Hey guys, Shane here. Real quick before we get started on this week's video, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Do check to make sure you haven't been unsubscribed by YouTube, because it seems that that's been a thing recently, according to a couple of people who've reached out. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think. Now, on to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Trains with Shane YouTube channel. I was feeling pretty good today. I got a lot of dusting and some cleaning and vacuuming and reorganizing and some stuff like that done, so I figured why not record another video or 5. So what have we got today? We have an Atlas GP7 EMD Demonstrator. You guys know I like demo units. I paid too much for this. Are you surprised? And then like right after I bought this one, like 2 or 3 more showed up from different sellers and stuff, all at reasonable prices. So, you know, if it weren't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck, it seems, these days. But we've got it, so we're gonna take a look at it. This is not the newest release. You can tell by the blue on the side of the box here. It's a couple of years old, but hopefully it'll be in new old stock condition, or at least decent. Let's get you zoomed in here. Yeah, got our big GM crest here. Number 100. I do like this paint scheme quite a bit. Details look pretty good. Got our single tugboat style horn on this side. Looks to be in very clean, new-ish condition. Detail and the lettering is pretty good. Some of the paint looks a little thick, especially the yellow stripes here. Looks like that was applied after the blue was, because it looks a little bit proud. I don't mind, it doesn't bother me. In the front, we've got something I don't usually see on these Atlas units, and that's some paint detail on the front pilot here. I don't think that's supposed to be a plow, but as you can see, we don't have any no MU hoses, airlines, anything like that. We have a step, which I am not sure if that appears that it does not move. Also fine, I don't really care about the pilot steps. Yep, high hood goodness. Of course, that was the only thing there was back then for EMD. Yeah, good detail here. Let's flip it over and get a look at the underside. The condition of the wheels, they still have a lot of the blackening left on them, but it looked like they may have been run. Can you guys see right there in the middle where the shade changes from dark to light right there, and then back to dark again? So may have a little bit of runtime on it. Again, doesn't bother me too much. For those of you, both of you, that don't know, back in the day, it was a practice of EMD And I believe Alco might have done this too, although I'm not sure. I know GE later did this along with EMD in second and third generation diesels. Kind of like how a door-to-door salesman would come to your house, knock on your door with a fantastic new device that you just had to have, and he would demonstrate it to you, whether it were a vacuum cleaner or a stand mixer or something. While EMD products weren't as portable, the same thing applied here. Basically, they would build a demonstration unit, which was a prototype, and they would take them around to other railroads and lend them out, and other railroads would try before you decide to buy, basically. Obviously, these would be very, very early models, like I said, probably prototypes, if that. And of course, there would be product improvements that would be made into production, and the genesis of a lot of those improvements come from suggestions or findings based on how the demonstrator models did and performed. Do we need to add another little piece here? Do we need to take something out here? Do we need to change the way this connects to this? That kind of stuff was done the old-fashioned way through trial and error, via just running the unit and figuring out what it needed, and made the changes in the production. GP7, the following GP9, are really what catapulted EMD to eminence in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. They sold thousands of these. The only competitor in the space, really, was Alco and their RS3 locomotive, which, while it was a good performing locomotive, the reliability was just horrible. If you guys want to know more about that, you can find a lot of info on the Alco Diesel Guy channel. It's my friend Peter. He, as the name implies, is a big Alco fan. He's got extensive profiles on a lot of the early Alcos and pretty much everything up through the Century series, up until Alco finally ceased operations as a locomotive producer. Anyway, that's not really a big deal, but yeah, the EMD GP7 is what really put EMD on the freight map. So what do you say we get this thing on the track, find out what it does or what it doesn't do? I'll see you guys over there. All right, we have made room for the executive switching layout that was built by Steve's Trains, another friend of the channel. Go check his channel out. The man is a machine. He has the ability to just whip out a layout and does so much good work. And it's kind of like if Bob Ross were into building layouts but very caffeinated, that would be Steve. It looks like he's slapping stuff together, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's beautiful. It's crazy. He's an inspiration, and I love watching him create. I wish I had half the skill that he has. So anyway, we've got our GP7 on the main here. We've got our Roku Han controller plugged into the AC adapter. I realize this is only a Z scale controller, but it's good enough for the girls we date. So let's turn it on, pick a direction, and dial up some juice. Okay, creeping, we're going. Not bad. Let's come back. Full throttle. That was not sketchy running, that was me sketchy throttling. Creeps along pretty good for the controller I've got. Handles that switch real nice. Little catfish back there. He's a trained fan as well. Oh yeah, runs great. Let's bring her back. A little noisy. It could probably stand a little bit of lubrication. I'll take care of that off camera. Will it run? Sure does. I'm glad that this demonstrator went better than the Alco C420. 420, 428? The gold one. I've got some ideas on how to fix that one. I am going to pick up some clear epoxy when I'm out and about running errands and getting tacos tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on another Will It Run episode on Trains with Shane. Let's see, what is this going to be? What, coming up the 11th? Veterans Day, November 11th. Yeah, 2024 Veterans Day. Yeah, guys. I have friends and family who have served, and I know of family service going back to World War II, and I wish that I had been old enough when my great uncles were still around to realize the significance of that, and then have, you know, the conversations and such. If any of you guys know of a fellow who served in World War II, the name of Audie Murphy, he was good friends with my great uncle Bud and his younger brother Jimmy. Bud enlisted in the Army with Audie. Jimmy went to the Navy. When they came back, of Audie and all of them grew up around the Floyd, Farmersville, Texas area, where my dad also grew up in his early years. And my dad was fortunate enough to know Audie Murphy, and during the early years before Audie passed away. But our veterans that we have that are still around these days, I didn't serve, but I really do have a deep appreciation and respect for those who did. Regardless of what your political leaning is, if you don't respect someone who's willing to pick up a rifle and defend our country, then, well, I don't know what to say. I will always love and respect and cherish our veterans and our current active service members. Memorial Day is the day that we honor the ones that have passed. Veterans Day is the day that we offer the ones who are still with us. So if you know a veteran, whether they're a friend or a family member, enlisted or officer, male or female, thank them. Let them know how much you appreciate them, what they gave for this country, and what a lot of them still do give. So until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.